Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today, we are taking a journey, both spiritual and architectural, to Lhasa, the historic capital of Tibet.
And this is for you, the listener, who really wants to get under the skin of a place, because Lhasa is, well, it's a city of profound contradiction.
It really is. We're looking at a city where, 1,300 years of deep spiritual practice just collides daily with modern commerce, new nightlife, global development.
It's this constant negotiation between the ancient and the completely contemporary. It's fascinating.
And you've gathered an amazing set of sources for us. We've got everything from the 7th century origins of these sacred pilgrimage routes, the Potala Palace, all the way to new art centers opening up and the details on the 2026 Lhasa Festival.
Right. So our mission here is to really unpack those layers, the spiritual, the cultural, and the modern, and we're going to focus on the heart of it all. Barkhor Street.
It's this immersive look at how ancient traditions don't just survive, but actively shape life today.
Exactly. And just a quick note before we dive in, for anyone listening and thinking of planning a trip, remember that independent travel to Tibet for foreign visitors isn't really a thing.
Right.
You'll need a Tibet travel permit, and to be part of an organized tour, it just highlights how carefully managed that interaction with the culture is.
Okay, so let's start where the city's pulse is the loudest. Barkhor Street, and this is not just a street, it's a ritual path.
It has this incredible duality, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It is absolutely Tibet's most famous pilgrimage circuit.
But it's also its most chaotic, bustling bazaar at the exact same time.
And what's so interesting is that the entire function of the street is governed by its religious origin. It goes all the way back to the 7th century.
King Songtsen Gampo.
Yep, right after he founded the Jokang Temple. Around 647 AD, the temple was built and the path it formed around it. It literally set the spiritual geography of the city.
So the devotion came first and the commerce just sort of...
Exactly, it accumulated around it.
Grew around it, yeah.
Almost as a necessity for the pilgrims. The street itself is the middle Kora. That's the circumambulation circuit. It's about 1 kilometer long, and it encircles the Jokang Temple.
And crucially, as the sources all point out, you have to walk it clockwise.
Always clockwise. The name Barkhor even means outside circuit because it's the middle of 3 sacred routes in Lhasa.
Okay, so when you picture the scene with all the noise, the shops, the haggling, how does that intense commerce not just, completely disrupt the spiritual side of it?
That is the unique tension of the place. The commerce isn't seen as a disruption. It's integrated. It's part of the pilgrim economy. People need supplies, they need offerings, a place to stay. But the devotion is just so powerful that it almost subsumes the commercial activity. You'll see someone selling souvenirs right next to someone, performing the most profound act of faith imaginable. Prostration.
Let's talk about that. The sources describe these prostrations as an extraordinary physical thing to witness.
It is the ultimate visual and physical testament to their faith. A pilgrim will take 3 small steps, then they kneel, and then they stretch their entire body flat on the ground.
Forehead to the earth.
Forehead to the earth. Arms extended out in front. It's grueling work, especially at that altitude.
And what's the symbolism there? What's the commitment they're making?
It symbolizes complete submission to the Buddha. It's understood as a deep, deep purification of the body through the option, the speech through their prayers, and the mind through their intention. It's total.
And some of them travel for months like this.
Oh, yeah. The sources talk about dedicated pilgrims who travel hundreds of kilometers performing full-body prostrations the entire way. It can take them months to complete that journey.
Wow, and all of that energy, it's all directed towards the Jokang Temple, the center of the Kora.
The Jokang Temple is Tibet's most sacred shrine for a very specific reason. It houses the Jowo Rinpoche.
Which is, the most venerated object in all of Tibetan Buddhism?
Arguably, yes. This isn't just any statue of the Buddha. It's a life-size statue of Buddha Shakyamuni at 12 years old. It was famously brought to Tibet by Princess Wenqing in the 7th century. The temple is the absolute magnetic center of Lhasa.
That image of grounded devotion, pilgrims touching their foreheads to the earth, and it's such a stark contrast to the sheer, almost impossible scale of the architecture that just dominates the skyline. I mean, the Potala Palace.
The Potala is a statement. It's a statement of power, both spiritual and secular, and it's perched on Marpo Ri, or Red Hill.
That location isn't an accident, is it?
Not at all. The 3 main hills of Lhasa are seen as the 3 protectors of Tibet. Marpo-ri represents Chenrezig, the bodhisattva of compassion. So its very foundation connects Lhasa to this sacred geography.
I was reading that the walls were built to be almost indestructible. The scale is just mind-boggling.
It is staggering. It rises 117 meters. That's 384 feet on top of the hill. The stone walls at the base are 3 to 5 meters thick. And inside, you're talking over 1,000 rooms, 10,000 shrines, and something like 200,000 statues. Construction started in 1645 with the great fifth Dalai Lama.
And the design of the palace, it reflects that dual role of the Dalai Lama, right?
Yep.
Part spiritual leader, part head of state.
Precisely. The structure is literally split into two palaces that embody this. You have the White Palace, the Potrang Karpo, which was for secular governance, living quarters, offices, that kind of thing.
And then you have the Red Palace.
The Red Palace, or Potrang Marpo. And that is devoted entirely to religious study, to prayer, to deep, profound ritual.
And the Red Palace is where the tombs are kept, the most sacred treasures?
Yes, exactly. It houses these incredible gold stupas, which are the tombs for 8 of the Dalai Lamas. The stupa for the 13th Dalai Lama, for instance, is massive, 14 meters high.
And it contains, what was it? A ton of solid gold.
A ton of solid gold, plus priceless jewels and offerings. The sheer wealth there isn't for, personal gain. It's an offering. It's a symbol of spiritual merit, which is a powerful statement in itself.
Before we leave the major temples, we should touch on Immerse Temple. It ties back to that same founding era.
Absolutely. Ramosh is so important, but it often gets overlooked. It's the second most important temple, and it shows us this early cultural fusion. Unlike Jokhang, which is more Indian-influenced, Ramosh was originally built in a Chinese architectural style.
So it's one of the earliest examples of that Han and Tibetan blend.
Right. And it even housed the Jo Rinpoche statue for a while before it was moved. Today, it has its own treasure, the Jo Mikyu Dorje, which represents the Buddha at age 8.
Okay, so that's a lot of history packed into those two core temples. Now, moving from the formidable Potala, the winter home, to the summer palace, Norbilinka.
Norbilinka means jewel park. Construction started in 1755, and it's just a completely different feel. It's much softer architecturally. It's known as the largest man-made garden in Tibet, spanning 36 hectares.
A retreat.
A retreat, exactly. And it's also intrinsically linked to the festival calendar. It's the main venue for the annual Shodan Festival, the yogurt festival.
And the highlight there is the Tibetan opera, the Akilamo.
Exactly. It's a week-long celebration, and the operas use these ancient stories to teach moral and spiritual lessons. It's a living tradition. And what's so exciting about Lhasa today is seeing how those deep traditions are. Well, they're not relics. They're an active, guiding force in contemporary life. Which brings us to a huge upcoming event, Lusar, the Tibetan New Year.
Right, Lusar is the most important celebration, and the sources are highlighting the 2026 version, that's February 18th to March 3rd, as being particularly auspicious. Why 2026?
Okay, so get this. 2026 is the year of the horse in Tibetan astrology, and that is considered exceptionally powerful.
What does the horse symbolize?
Vitality, prosperity, and the swift fulfillment of your aspirations. The belief is that any spiritual practice or major cultural event you undertake in a horse year has its potential reward amplified significantly.
That's fascinating. So for a city that's transforming so much, that theme of vitality must really resonate.
Oh, completely. And you'd see it in the rituals. There are the Cham masked dances where monks wear these elaborate costumes to, dispel all the negative energy from the old year.